Good morning. Welcome back to Haven Hill Homestead. We are doing a massive spring cleaning today, partly because we just need to, partly because our refrigerator died and we're trying to get it fixed, but fast forward, we were not able to, and we ended up having to get a new one, and we were without a normal size refrigerator for about a week. So it just needed to happen, but we are also just tearing apart our closets, pulling out everything. That's what Shad and I are doing here. Everything from winter, hats and gloves, getting rid of those things that no longer fit or we don't need, or that just don't serve our family well. Our water filter has been leaking off and on, so she's had to shop back up that water. This is our pantry. We have a very small pantry. Willow did a great job organizing it. I cannot wait till we have a bigger pantry with how much we do from scratch, but that will just be someday when we renovate our kitchen. The point of this video, though, is to share with you that we have started making our own laundry detergent again. I did this many years ago. I liked it, but I didn't love it. I found a really great recipe. It's simple. It's insanely affordable. And spoiler alert, 2 weeks in, we are loving it. I'll have to do the math to tell you exactly how much it is per load, but it's saving us a fortune and it is working so well. I got fed up with all of the hidden ingredients and spending a fortune with how much laundry we do as a family of 10. And on laundry detergent that was only working mediocre. So I have a couple notes for you and the recipe, and I will put those below. We have made some progress today so far. So there's a few reasons why when I got up this morning, I was like, okay, we need to make some progress in the house. Other than it just needed to be done. It's springtime, so it really truly did just need to be done. But I have a couple kiddos that have been sick, and another one woke up this morning sick, just with like springtime cold. One of our sons gets croup often. Well, not often, he used to. Now it's sometimes once a year. I've posted about that before, how we tackle that naturally after having a really horrible reaction to a steroid. I'll try to link that below because I've had a few mamas message me recently like, what do I do? How can I do this? Handle this naturally. So other than being sick and it just needed to be done, one thing really bothered me this morning. So our dog, we do give her treatments for ticks. Well, we found a massive tick on her this morning. We got it off and she has to go into the vet anyway next week. But then as we were doing our homeschool curriculum time, I mean, mind you, we vacuum every day, usually at least once. I found another massive tick that was full. So I kept it to show you because I have people that ask me, what do you guys do about ticks out there? Yes, ticks are real and ticks exist, and I don't even want to touch this thing. But this is a very full tick, very, very full tick. It is like full to the brim. Can you see that? That's really hard. This lighting is so, come on. There we go. So I found that on our ground, just crawling around. So I'm saving it in here because I want to show my boys when they get home. But when I see things like that, I'm like, okay, so we did our morning time homeschooling. I'm like, we're cleaning this afternoon. And we just needed, like I said, we just needed to do it, but that was the enough motivation. So we have vacuumed and we have cleaned out closets and we have cleaned out a refrigerator and our pantry. That's what we were showing, or I was showing you earlier. We are almost done making our first batch of, so I actually used to make my laundry detergent for years when we lived in our other house. This is many years ago. And for a while it worked. As my kids got older, I noticed it wasn't working quite as well, so I started purchasing detergent again. Well, I'm really tired of the prices continuing to rise and then it just working decently well. So I am going back to, it's a brand new recipe for me, but it gets really, really good reviews. So it's the liquid castile soap. And I chose lavender. You could also do an herbal infusion if you wanted to, or essential oils, but I just chose the lavender one. I used to add oils to my other one. then it's borax and what was the other one, Milo? Oh, washing soda. So we're making a huge 5-gallon bucket. I saw another mom do this, and I am super, super excited because this is a fraction of the cost. And when I say a fraction, I mean, I'll do the math according to when I have purchased this, but my guess is it's probably between 5 and 10 cents a load. And that's a massive, massive savings. And when you have a family our size and prices of everything continue to rise, you start trying to find ways that you can, you know, save just a little bit. It is better for you anyway when it comes to ingredients, but my number one thing, actually more than that, well, the ingredients are a big deal to me because we are very sensitive to artificial scents, but I just really wanted to try this for the cost savings and see if I like it, like I'm really hoping. So stay tuned on that one, but I'm very, very excited about it. Give you just a little quick farm update. All babies are doing well. Mama Tallulah had a boy and a girl. Mama Tatum had 2 boys. That's Dad Tank. They're all doing very, very well. One of the births of one of Tatum's was a bit traumatic. I've shared that in another one, but they all seem to be adjusting super well, and I'm thankful. And of course, a couple chickens and roosters always join them. Oh, you stinker. Yep, the mamas are very particular when they let their babies nurse, but they're doing such a good job. So the blue around their necks are so we can keep track that those are Tallulahs, because after just a couple days, you couldn't tell them apart anymore. Once they get bigger, it'll be a bit easier, but yeah, doing good. So while we're waiting for the detergent, it's kind of Willow. She wanted to do this thing. Or put it together for me. While I'm waiting for that with her, I'm gonna help my boys get situated to burn just some cardboard boxes. We use them for fire starters, but we have a lot right now, so I'm gonna get them going with that. Back up. A quick note about this detergent: it does congeal or become thick, and it does become thicker over time. So you might need to add a splash of water and shake it up before you use it. We had to just once, or just keep a really long spoon that can fit in whatever jar and stir it up, and you are good to go. But we are loving it. Okay, so now we have 2 half-gallons full of the laundry detergent. We will let it just sit for about 24 hours. Just for, it'll gel up just a little bit, and then we will use it. And we made a 5-gallon bucket. We haven't even scratched the surface of it. So I'm gonna make a little note in my calendar the day that we did this, and then just see how long it will actually last us. I assume it will be a long time. So yeah. We are working on a sourdough chocolate chip cookie, and I realized I was out of brown sugar, so I just quickly made some. This is, I should have shown you how I did it, but I mean, you could, it's just organic cane sugar is what I use, and molasses. So for every 2 cups of sugar, you can do 2 tablespoons of molasses, and you just stir it really, really well. But you can also up it to 4 tablespoons if you prefer working with like a dark brown sugar. I don't. I just like the light brown sugar. So anyway, now we're gonna put together these cookies, and I will share the recipe below. We love coming up with sourdough recipes, and cookies has been on my short list. So we've kind of combined 2 different recipes. One was kind of ours, and another one that a friend sent me. So like I said, I will definitely put that below. I have just maybe 1 or 2 notes about it, but they are delicious. And actually, you know what we have been doing with ours? Instead of actually making them into cookies, I will push them into a jelly roll pan, and I'll just make them into bars, and then we bake them, and I put mine in the freezer. When I put mine in the freezer, they last longer. The kids aren't so quick to take them, and they taste delicious from the freezer. So just a fun little thing that you can always do. You always have to try the cookie dough. So we have tried a couple of the recipes. This is a recipe that a friend of mine said to me, and she goes, you need to make these. It's really good. I don't know where she got it from. But the biggest thing with sourdough cookies, like if you're gonna do discard, you just turn the light on, or who turned the light on? Can you turn that light off, buddy? The biggest thing for me with sourdough cookies is I don't want it to taste overly sour, so then you don't actually enjoy the cookie part of it. Same way like if you do a sourdough discard, or even an active sourdough, like it's some sort of cake, bread, sourdough bread, oh goodness, absolutely, I love it. This one, the cookie dough itself tastes amazing, and I even messed one part up. So you're supposed to brown the butter, which I can imagine would really taste lovely. I didn't do that. But the cookie dough itself right now tastes good. So when my men get home, they will be honest with me. I have a feeling they will really like these. I'm just always trying to find really great recipes to turn into sourdough, or to create our own sourdough recipes. So this one I think is going to be a keeper.